Hey, what is up everybody, it's your boy That Domino Effect, and I'm back again with some more beastification on the PS Triple, or the PS3. And this was a pretty good game I got last night, playing with a few guys, and we were having a good time. I think this is the game where we get 3 MOABs, not like between us, and I do get the MOAB with the L86, which is what I was going for in this game, because a guy I know challenged me to do it, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. And this, let me tell you this gun is a powerhouse. It is brute force. I can't describe this gun because it is that good. So underrated, and obviously it doesn't match like the ACR or anything. But you know, if you fancy a little go with a different gun, this gun is perfectly viable, and it will fulfill its purpose of being able to just do that to enemies all day. The 100-round clip makes it particularly ideal for just spraying. Hitfire's not even that bad, especially when you get all your specialist perks and stuff. And it was pretty much a challenge to me to use this gun and get a MOAB, and this was actually the first game I went for it with this gun. It's not the first time I used the gun because I've used it quite a lot, and it was you can tell it's my first game because you see my second perk there is actually my first blue perk on the specialist was the recon, and recon was kind of pointless considering I didn't have flashbangs or stuns or semtexes and stuff like that. So you can tell I just slapped it on at the last second because we were just about to join the game, and it was a it's a very campy MOAB because this is what the gun's designed for. If you think you should be rushing around in the spawn with this, you're a moron. And this just can't be a video on how to use the LMGs, because the LMGs are really underrated, probably due to like them sucking in other Call of Duty games and people don't really turn to them. But they're actually not that bad. I wouldn't recommend specialist on them because they're not really designed for that type of thing. They're more designed for like head glitching and picking people off at will. And you can maybe go, actually I wouldn't go support because you want to try and stay alive with this kit. Perhaps assault and stuff, where yeah, you can just build your streaks up and defend the flags. And these things are real good for defending flags. You know the amount of times you have to reload when there's a couple of guys on a flag. You don't have to worry about this with this gun because it is an animal, and I haven't got that many attachments or anything on it at this point. I think when you put grip and kick, you see how it doesn't even recoil. It doesn't even get in my face. I can see the target perfectly, and it is a good gun. And people don't really give it that much credit. On MW3 it was actually quite a good gun. It killed so quickly. You see there, look, it's just force. It's just spraying. They just get annihilated by the force that this thing has. But yeah, I'd recommend giving it a go. It's just some tips on it. You want to kind of feather the trigger almost when you're not using the kick proficiency or the grip. But other than that, you can see me go full auto when I need to. And Arkaden is quite a good map for it because Arkaden's a lot about controlling a certain area, and it's kind of like this. The map like divides into like sections, and everyone kind of gets their control point, and we try and stop them from. We don't want to run into the spawn because, as you see, when they spawn at A, it just makes it difficult on our team. And at the moment, we've got everyone in all the right positions, holding down the spawns the best they can. And my job is to pretty much do this line of sight. And you know, it works particularly well with the L86 because all you want to do is find lines of sight with it. As soon as you find your line of sight, you just begin to spray. And a lot of using it is pre-firing. You can spray this thing, and people will just walk out into it because, you know, most people they like going towards the red dots. They can't help it. It's an addiction. And when they see the red dot pop on the mini-map, they want like, ooh, kill. And this thing will just be tearing through. So pre-firing is recommended with this gun. A lot of people pre-fire anyway, which is a good tactic, especially when you got UAV up and stuff. But yeah, it's a beautiful gun, and I'd recommend giving it a go. Other than that, I haven't really used that many other LMGs because, I don't know, I've kind of gone into the same stereotype that they all suck. Particularly for Call of Duty, which is mainly about the assault rifles. But I think it'd be fair to say these guns do have purpose. I like running the Stinger with them as well, and that makes them like, hugely like, you know how much air support there is in this game. It makes the kit more useful for your team if you don't want to run the support kill streaks. But yeah, it's a real, look at it, it's force. You see me I get quite lucky on these streaks, but you have to have a bit of luck when you're using this gun because it's not the ACR or the Type 95, and it's not none of the assault rifles, but it's got its place. I'd recommend blast shield on it because the lack of mobility allows you to kind of get out of the way of grenades and stuff with blast shield, and you're most likely going to be put in positions like this where you're head glitching, and you pretty much want to avoid flashbangs, because flashbangs always get me out of good spots. And I remember in Black Ops, you remember on the jungle, when you go to the top of that ladder, it'd always be the flashbang that gets me until I got Tapmaster Pro, which was very overpowered. But it took ages to get, so it's all good. You see me there pre-fire a little bit because people, as I said, people are idiots and they'll just walk around the corner. And these guns are suppressive. They're meant to suppress down the enemy and pretty much give them no chance of coming out of their area. And that's what we do the whole game. Arkaden, I normally have trouble with this map, but playing it a bit more cautiously and not really running in makes it a lot easier. And especially with an organised team. You see there, I get real lucky, and then Mary calls in MOAB, another MOAB, and I was like, okay, I'll just call mine in after. And then there's another MOAB after that. I was like, whoa. And as you see, my team went to town. I think Brandon got another MOAB, and it was crazy because we were all like trying to go for them at this point. Actually, we weren't trying to go for them this game, but the next game we did, and we got another 3 in that game, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't get one. But yeah, it's a pretty cool game. You see, I got recon on there. And that's not really much more I wanted to say other than try this gun out, because all the big LMGs are overrated and they have a real good purpose of suppressing fire. I don't really know what else to say. Is that the third MOAB they called in there? We called in? Yeah, pretty beast game. It just shows you, it's just a good way to play Arkaden. If you get teams controlling, you get teams controlling the top, and then you get a few people on this side, and the whole game they can't get out. I mean, you saw how many people got to B. I think I killed one guy on B, and then you saw one guy there just get onto B. But other than that, we had this perfect, and that's what you want to aim to do on domination. Just 2 flags and keep them at the other one. It's basic principles of domination. I'll probably do another domination video where I talk about spawns and stuff. But if you've enjoyed this kind of video, I know it's a bit campy, but you know, they're designed for that. I went 34-1. Hope you guys have had a wonderful day, and peace, player.